Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again and watching another one of my videos. I am video journaling my journey on taking a GLP-1 medication, Zepbound. If you haven't gone and watched the other videos that I've posted regarding my journey, feel free to go take a look at those videos. I've provided some essential information as things that are needed on the medication, and just provided some personal information on my experience and my suggestions for people who are either considering taking the medication or if you're already on the medication and just looking for more information. So go take a look at those videos if you haven't yet once you're done watching this video. Today we are talking about surviving the shortage of Zepbound. For those who aren't familiar, the GLP-1 medication was on a shortage list earlier this year of 2024. I believe that was for all of them, the name brand ones, if I'm not mistaken. So the Zepbound, Mounjaro, is there any other ones I can think of right now? Wegovy is the other one that there was a shortage on. Those were on the shortage list due to the FDA. There have been talks about, getting off the shortage list or when the shortage will be ending. There were some discussions regarding that earlier this year from Eli Lilly. It was, I think, predicted that it would go into 2025. But according to an article that I read this article was posted August 9th, and it says a week ago, which would be about 2 weeks from the day that I'm filming this video. It says that it is officially off the shortage list, meaning that all of the doses for these medications are now available. So that is great news. But for some of us who experienced the shortage, I just want to share, some information that may be helpful for someone who may need it in the future, and just give some information that was helpful for me while surviving the Zepbound shortage a few months ago. So if you aren't familiar and you haven't gone and watched my videos yet, I started this journey in April of this year, 2024. I started on the 2.5 dose, which is the starter dose I think that most people have to start on just to make sure that your body is okay with taking the medication. I started that. I actually lost a few pounds while on that dose, so my doctor wanted to keep me on that dose instead of titrating me up for the next month. So she prescribed the medication, and I could not find that dose anywhere. When she prescribed the medication originally for the first month, I was able to get it because I had called my pharmacy and asked like what it looked like, because even at that time there was already talks about the shortage, and I knew that, and my doctor, we kind of talked about that. So I just called, and they were able to get the box that I needed from the warehouse. There was one box, and she was even she had even informed me that there was no guarantee that she would get it there, but she would request it for me. She requested it, and then she was able to get it. So I was pretty fortunate to get that box. So when my doctor prescribed it the next month, she prescribed it, sent the prescription into the same pharmacy location. I called, and they're like, ma'am, we don't know when we're gonna get this dose in. The shortage is happening, and we don't have a date to the end. So I'm like, okay. So I did call a few other locations, and I just got the same speech regarding that dose. So I had to actually look into a compound. And if you're not familiar with the compound medication, compound is the medication. So the medication for Zepbound, and Mounjaro is tirzepatide. That is the name of the medication. And with the name brand, you get it in a pen that you inject that's already measured and everything. But when you get a compound medication or prescription, you get it in a vial. And then they send you the needles with the vial, and you actually have to measure the medication and inject it that way. Now, I did talk to my provider regarding compounds. They do not prescribe them at my medical facility or the location where I see my doctor. So I looked and did some research online, and I looked into a few different locations, had some consultations, and I ended up going with a company called Join Fridays, or Fridays is, I believe, the name of the website. And I'll probably add the website link in the description as well for people who are interested. So I went with Join Fridays. I had my consultation. I had my visit, virtual visit with the provider, and provided all the information that was needed. Okay, this part might be a little choppy. My storage was full, so I had to fix that. However, let me get my phone. So, as I was saying, I had an appointment with Join Fridays, and they prescribed the dose that I needed, which was a 2.5. So I went through that. I paid my invoice, and my medicine was shipped within, I want to say, 2 days. This has been a couple months ago, so I'm not exactly sure, but it was fairly quick. So I got it fairly quick. Fortunately, I didn't like run out of medicine, so I wasn't really concerned about that. I fortunately was kind of on top of it ahead of time so that I didn't have to miss a dose. So I did Join Fridays for 1 month and did the compound version. And I spoke about that in some of my previous videos regarding going from the compound or from the name brand to the compound and back to the name brand. I did not notice too much of a difference as far as the medication and how it worked. I still lost some pounds or some weight, I'm sorry, on the compound version as well. So when I went back to see my doctor for the follow-up visit after doing the 2.5 dose for the second month, we talked about it. And due to the shortage, she did end up bumping me up to the 5 milligram. So I was off the 2.5 officially and on to the 5 milligram. There was some struggles finding that as well, but I just wanted to share some information. I have my phone here with my notes regarding, you know, some stuff that with Join Fridays that I wanted to share. So with Join Fridays, they offer both the compound and name brand medication. So if you are looking, you know, to do that version, the name brand, you can do Join Fridays and also do the name brand as well. So if for whatever reason, like if you're not happy with your provider right now, you know what I'm saying, in your local medical facility, and you want to do the virtual way, Join Fridays is good with that. You can talk to a doctor or provider whenever you need to. When you need to request new medication, you don't have to schedule an appointment. You can just request it. And I believe if you stay on the same dose, then you don't have to speak to a provider. And then you can just request it as long as everything looks okay with your blood work and you have all the information you need in the system, then they will go ahead and send you the prescription for the medication. I believe when you are looking to titrate up, you do have to talk to a medical professional regarding that for them to go over everything with you before agreeing to titrate up. Also, if you are going from having prescriptions from a local doctor and going into Join Fridays, they do go over all of that information. They will not titrate up for you at that moment. They will prescribe the same dose that you were taking with your current provider for the first month, and then after that month they will decide if you should titrate up or not. So just a little tidbit information on that. They also offer classes if you're looking for that for support or just looking for more information. They offer classes as far as like meal prepping, meal planning, exercising. Like they have a variety of things that they offer with that program. And just another heads up, it is $100 or I think $99 is the price a month to be on Join Fridays. They do offer some discounts as well, so go to the website. I think there's a 50% off the first month currently as I'm filming this video. Hopefully I get this video up right away tomorrow, and if you go to their website, I think it is 50% off for this month right now, excuse me. Yeah, so yep, so I already said that you have the option to do a virtual appointment to request more medication, or you don't have to if you are staying on the same dose as well. So Join Fridays, I found was a really, really good virtual program to be a part of. Like I said, I had looked into a couple others and had some consultations, and for me and my needs, I decided to go with Join Fridays, and I had a positive experience with them, thankfully. So if you're looking for, as I said, an online program or a compound program, I would suggest Join Fridays, or at least looking into it to see if that will fit your needs as well. Okay, so another thing that I did to survive the Zepbound shortage. So when I moved up to the 5 dose, I struggled again to find it. The pharmacy that I was using originally did not have the 5 dose. Ironically, though, they had other doses. They just did not have the 5 dose, which is what my doctor had prescribed at the time for me. So I wasn't able to get my medicine from that pharmacy, so I had to do some looking around and calling around to see if I can find it. I have a delivery pharmacy that I use through my insurance. I will not be sharing names of pharmacies. I just don't want to. I don't want to do that. Obviously, they're not sponsoring this video, and I don't want to give you guys information that may not be the same for you. So do your research, please, for this information that I'm providing for you, and check into your local pharmacies. If you're looking for a delivery service like I have, I would suggest you contact your insurance company and check in to see if that is an option for you. So I wasn't able to get it at the original pharmacy that I had been getting my medication from. So I reached out to my delivery pharmacy, and they were also out of the 5 milligrams at the time as well. Y'all, it was a struggle. So I just kept calling until I was able to find a different pharmacy here locally in my city that had it. They had one box. One box is what they had. So I hurried up. I was like, please get my prescription transferred from the other pharmacy. And they did that, and they were able to get me in, and I was able to pick up my prescription. I'd say within an hour. It was really quick. I really appreciated them for being proactive and handling that situation and getting my prescription for me. So that was one of the things that I did to be able to find my 5 milligrams. Again, I was proactive, and I didn't have to skip any weeks on medication, which I'm very, very grateful for. So that is another suggestion that I will have when you are ready to refill. If you do need to see your provider and they have requested that you do that, I would suggest making sure that you see them, I would say a week or two before your last pen, if you're on the name brand that you have, or a week or two before your last dose if you were on the compound, just to kind of get ahead of the game and make sure that you have enough medication so that you can stay on track. Let's see here. What else do I have in my notes? Okay, so another thing that I did with my provider, and thankfully she was willing to do so. So the delivery service that I use through my insurance, they weren't able to do the 1 month box of the prescription. It had to be more than 1 month for them to deliver the medication. They requested a 90-day. So I spoke to my provider, and she agreed that she would go ahead and do the 90 days. So if you can, speak to your provider and see if they are willing to prescribe more than 1 month for you, just so that you can have more than 1 month and be kind of stocked up, if you will, and not have to be searching month after month after month. So that is another option or suggestion that I would recommend in order to combat the shortage. If we come across a shortage again, like I said, they reported that the shortage is no longer, and they have all of their doses available. So those are my suggestions. Hopefully this information was helpful. I'm just looking to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. So hopefully this information was helpful. Again, if you're looking for a compound service, Join Fridays is great. The link is below. I will provide that for you. Hopefully they still have that 50% off that you can take advantage of. Again, if you are prescribed the name brand, either through your local provider or through Join Fridays, if you choose to go through that company, make sure, if you can't find it at the first pharmacy, call around and see if some other options are available for you, and also see if you can get more than 1 month of a box so that you are not having to search for your medication month after month after month. So that is it. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope this information was helpful. Again, go back and watch some of my other videos. I think those will be helpful as well. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.